Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila, and I'm coming to you with a review of Caught in the Act, Unfaithful, the Tammy Roman, her new show, Cheaters Adjacent. I know I didn't do the review for the episode 2. That was with the guy with the crown, and he was looking like a miniature Biggie Smalls slash miniature Rick Ross. And child, he had his adjacent Faith Evanses girls with him, and it was just one big mess. I was just like, so he walks around with the crown because he is the king of his own head. And he has these two beautiful women fighting over him. A young girl, she was actually moving in with him. And then you have the older girl that had the baby. I don't remember none of their names. I'm just going off the dome, just giving a quick overview. And the other lady, she had the kid and they were together. They were living together, but then he kicked her out the house, and she was the one that was contacting Tim and him to be to see what he's doing. And then they found out that he replaced her with a miniature her. Child, it was all bad. And the only thing I don't like, that I didn't like about this show, because yeah, he was running around here with the young girl, you know what I'm saying, and they walking around like like they pimps, and he got his girls with him or whatever. And they were at the shop because I think they were moving in or something together, and they were trying to find clothes, chairs, but she was trying on clothes. So she ended up trying on clothes, dancing on them, and her breast popped out and all of that stuff. But then the part that tripped me out, because the older lady, she walked in. She's not older, but she's older than the lady that he was cheating with. So she comes in, they do all the fighting back and forth. And then when both of the girls, they're talking with each other, they going back and forth, and then once everybody got together, they gave him the option to choose. I didn't like that. Why are you giving this man the option to choose? And he's the cheater. I just feel, and I know the girl said that she still wanted to be with him, the older lady, the one that contacted Tim and him. I know she said that she wanted to be with him, but I was like, girl. Anyway, and then the other girl was gonna stay there to wait to see if she was gonna be chosen too. And then he had the nerve to say that he want both of them. I was like, the arrogance of this guy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sweat across his underneck. I don't know if it was that little old bitty jacket he had on, or that crown that was on the top of his head that was tilted, almost about to fall off. But whatever it was, he was not giving what it was supposed to be gay. But I guess different people find different things attractive in other people, because I didn't see nothing attractive. I didn't see nothing worth a conversation. I didn't see anything. I was pretty much over it, because I'm like, how in the world are they giving this man the option? Maybe it's the money. They didn't really too much say what he did for a living. If they did, I must have missed it, but it was a while ago. But I don't know. I was just over it, and I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit, because I really haven't had the chance to do a lot of reviews about a lot of stuff. I've been really, really busy. So I was just like, I'm just going to throw it out there, put it in here, just talk about it a little bit. And then come to find out, when Tammy had did her little 3 months later, checking up with the girl that contacted Tammy, yeah, she colored her hair black, because at first her hair was blonde, and then the little bitty her hair was blonde. It's like there was two little Faith Evanses, and he was Biggie Smiles, like just on a lower level. But anyway, but she changed her hair black, and she said she don't want to be with him no more. She loves herself more than that. She loves her son more than that, because they asked her the question, do you love your son more than you love him? Do you love yourself more than so she had to choose her. And that's what I be saying, y'all. Y'all can't be letting these men choose you. I mean, yes, they say a man who find a wife find a good thing. But when he got options and y'all standing in a line and he like, you, that's the part right there. You supposed to choose yourself first. Let it happen organically or whatever. But anyway, that was just that little part about that whole little situation. I just didn't like that miniature Biggie Smalls, Rick Ross adjacent was trying to run around here and felt like he had the power to to even open up his mouth and say he want both of them. I was like, child, but I would have walked up out of that little, whatever that store was. I would have been walked up out of there. But anyway, so back on this one, this is a new Caught in the Act, and this is with His name is Marlo. And Marlo has been in a relationship, I think his name was Larae, for 7 years, right? So they're a gay couple. And he was they went to college together. And when he got his job, Marlo, he ended up moving up. He ended up working in DC. And so when he would come back home, he would end up staying with his quote unquote boyfriend, Larae. I think his name is Larae. And yeah, so they in a relationship or whatever, but he said something has been off, Larae hasn't been really just coming home like that. He's been staying out late and all that stuff. So he comes to Tammy, and Tammy is just like, oh, okay, we're going to figure out what's going on, and, they've been in a relationship for 7 years, like I stated earlier, but he said they have not been intimate. And Tammy was like, so why haven't you been intimate? And then he brought up the whole thing about him being in church and he going over Bible study. But I'm like, hold on, wait. Every time when somebody gay, I always talk about ain't been intimate or whatever they got going on, they always blame the church. And I'm just like, what the church got to do with you not being intimate with your quote unquote boyfriend you've been with for 7 years? Because I always look at it like, you living with this man. That ain't got nothing to do with the church. You know what I'm saying? You kissing all up on this man. That ain't got nothing to do with the church. You know what I'm saying? Now you wanna bring up the church as to why you haven't went the whole way. But you said you bisexual and you've been with women before. I think that's your own personal convictions, because you, sir, don't know whether if you want to be gay or straight, but you blame it on the church just to justify why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't think that's fair, because you've been in a whole relationship. You in a whole relationship. Now I look at it like this. If you want to bring up the reason why, well, no, I'm not doing this because of the church, you wouldn't even been in a relationship with that man for 7 years. So it's beyond the church. This is something you doing. This ain't got nothing to do with no church. Everybody always trying to blame the church for something they ain't doing. When you've been doing it for 7 years, you just ain't went on and crossed over the line. That's your own personal convictions. Anyway, or whatever in your head. And when we get later on into the episode, that man, he said it too. What's his name? Kevin. Kevin said it too. He was like, I think you haven't done anything because of something. You haven't trusted this man the way that you supposed to have trusted him or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. People always trying to blame the church. The church. Child, please. It's so much mess going on in the church. Anyway, I guess. But anyway, so Tammy said they're gonna do all they can do to try to figure out if this man cheated. And what I've noticed too in this in the last couple episodes, they have been promoting their businesses. Like if they have a business, yeah, they've been talking about it. They've been showing clips of the business, showing just little, they've been promoting it. And so apparently Larae has a dance studio. He teaches people how to dance. I think it was called like Dollhouse or something like that. So that is where they start their investigation. Brianna, she goes and she starts her investigation. So Brianna said that she had sat outside the dance studio, but nothing really was going on. And so she ended up seeing the guy there. I really don't remember what the guy's name, but she seen the guy there that he was cheating with, Larae was cheating with. And yeah, and the guy was in there saying, are we gonna meet later? Are we gonna go out later? They doing all that little back and forth. And you know what I noticed too? The girl Brianna, she's very creative, because she went in there with a water bottle with a camera on it, and then later on she had some type of bag with cameras on. This girl got cameras all over her body. But anyway, so they did the whole thing or whatever, and they finally met up at this restaurant where Larae tagged himself in. So that's when Brianna got to the restaurant and she got her pictures that she needed, and then it went from there. So now Tammy calls over Marlo and tells Marlo, to meet her over at her studio. They have more information that they wanted to share with him. And so this is when they bring in the expert Kevin to talk to him as the reason why haven't you been in this relationship for 7 years, but y'all haven't been intimate. And that's when he brought up the fact that, yeah, I hear you say the church, but I think this has something to do more with you and you not trusting him because of the situation that's going on right now, and they were talking about having kids and being married and all this stuff that, most couples talk about, but they haven't He just wanted to make sure that this man wasn't cheating on him, which Larae is cheating. So they in the restaurant, they being flirtatious. Now this is Larae and the other guy. I don't know why I don't remember his name. I didn't write it down. But the other guy, so they were over there laughing, kikiing, kissing all in the mouth, drinking drinks, just having a good time. They on a date. They having fun. They doing whatever they do, right? And so then you're back at the office, because they're looking at this on the TV screen because it was recorded by Brianna because she had all them cameras in her purse. So they're back looking at the recordings or whatever, and then you can see Marlo getting upset. He was visibly upset. He gets up, he goes over to the corner, he wants to be left alone, he starts crying. I guess he didn't want to hear us crying, but I guess he didn't want us to hear him crying, but he over there, he got to crying real loud. I said, ooh, he real hurt. It ain't funny, but I wasn't expecting him to cry that loud because I thought he was just gonna kind of go over there and be like, ew. But he said, ugh. I said, oh, child, he real hurt. Ooh, y'all go help him get some tissue. But anyway, so then they go ahead and leave or whatever because they always do this thing. Like, they ask Marlo, do you want to confront the guy that Larae is cheating with? Or do you just want to ambush? So he was like, no, I don't want to meet this guy. I don't have nothing to do with this guy. And mind you too, Marlo said that the guy that he was cheating with has been over to the house. But anyway, yeah. So after they expressed the fact that he didn't want to meet up with the guy that he was cheating with, he was just completely ambushed both of them. Then they went from there and then everybody went home, right? So then Marlo ends up calling Tammy on the phone. And so he's over it. He was like, you know what? Forget both of them. I don't want to talk to them. One of them, I don't want to talk to Larae. He did me dirty. 7 years of my life. I just want to move on. I don't need no closure. I don't need nothing. I just want to move on with my life. And Tammy like, hold on, wait now. We got a show to do. You're not going to sit up here and waste my time. She didn't say that, but I know that's where she was. I think that's where she was going. But she was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you want to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's meet up. Let's just meet up, Marlo, and we can have our conversation face to face. So they end up meeting up, him, Marlo, Tammy, and Kevin. They're in the parking lot. They're talking. And they're just like, no, we want you. You have to do this. They're convincing him. You need closure. You don't want to continue on with your relationship thinking in the back of your head, I should have did this, or I could have did this, or I would have did this. You got to clean that baggage up first. You know what I'm saying? Take that luggage. Take all that stuff out of your luggage bag because you want a clean bag. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, clean all this mess up. Make sure you good because you don't want to have those what ifs. You need closure. So they convinced him that he needed closure. And yeah, they convinced him that he needed closure. So he agreed. He was just like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Right. So here it is, the day of the confrontation. So what happens is Brianna, she gets permission from the dance studio, the people that own. See, that's why you need to own your own stuff. Because if this man, Larae, owned his own dance studio, they wouldn't have been able to get up in his studio and put them cameras out through there. No, but he's renting. So therefore, it's beyond his control. So they went in, they put cameras out through there just to see what's going on, because at first she had to act like she needed dance lessons and put the camera on the water bottle. Now she got full access to his studio. So Larae in there, he doing his little dance moves, left, right, in, out, squat up, jump down, all this other stuff. And then you got the other guy, he's over in the corner, right? So he's over in the corner. I think his name was Andrew. Was it Andrew? I don't know. Anyway, I ain't gonna make that man name. I'm gonna say the cheating guy. He over there in the corner, right? And he's like looking at his watch. He's like anxious, like he really got somewhere to go. And so now Larae, he finished with his whole dance thing or whatever. He dismisses. And then the guy, he ends up telling him, touching on him. He was like, no, we can't do that here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a professional environment, but it don't even matter because the other guy, he's just grabbing all on Larae, touching on him, kissing on the back of his neck. And meanwhile, they're watching this from the van because the cameras are in there, and Marlo just gets up and he's like, I'm finna go in there. Tammy tell him, when you go in there, don't start no mess. Just go in there, do what you're supposed to do, confront the situation, and try to get your closure. Child, Marlo get in there and get to acting up. What you doing? What is this? What, you know what I'm saying? All of the what we do. You know what I'm saying? He like, we've been in this for 7 years. Who are you? But you know what part I had laughed real hard on? Cause when Larae, he was bending over. He was bending over like he was putting his phone away or something, like he was trying to pack up his bag. So as he was bending over with his phone in his hand and Marlo came in, why he dropped that phone like, I said, I don't know if that was staged, fake, or whatever. But when I tell you he dropped that phone, like, oh, I was like, boy, you better pick your phone up before you broke his shoe. But anyway, so he comes in and he getting to it because he mad. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to try to process his feelings, but child, he mad. You know when you mad, when you just out here just talking. And then I think he kind of got a little reality because when he seen how big this other guy is compared to him, he really, really wasn't going at the guy. Like, probably in his head, he thought he was going to go at the guy because the guy said, yeah, you don't want it. You got you little bitty, boy or whatever. So he was like, so you doing this with this clown? You know what I'm saying? You cheating on me with this clown, and I've been away at work and this how you doing me and all this stuff. And so Larae just like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you. Please don't do this to me, whatever. And so then they have the conversation with Tammy and they have the conversation with Larae. So they sit down and she's asking him, why were you cheating? He said, well, I've been talking to this man for about 1.5 years or so. And he was saying that their relationship hasn't moved to the next level as far as being intimate. He said he got needs and he tried to be respectful of Marlo. He tried to be respectful of, what he got going on with his religion and all of that stuff. But he said, I got needs too. And shoot, I mean, it is what it is. And then Tammy was like, don't put that all on him because you are the one that made the decision, you know what I'm saying, to get out here and cheat. Because you could have easily been like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to talk to you no more, Marlo. I just want to get my needs fulfilled and I'll holler at you later. But no, he still hung on and he still cheated. And so he was like, I know, I don't want to lose Marlo and all that stuff. And Tammy brings up the fact because the guy, the other guy, he was saying that he didn't know Marlo. He said that actually Marlo was the cousin and stuff like that. And he said that they were supposed to be moving in together, the other guy and Larae. And so Larae like, no, we ain't supposed to be living together. I got my own house. I ain't got to be moving in with you and all this stuff. So now they have the cheater guy. He's upset because he goes over there and he's talking to Larae like, what, we've been talking. We've been together. Like, and he was saying he ain't mad. He just trying to understand what's going on, what's his place, but we supposed to be living together. He was like, man, we ain't supposed to be living together. How we gonna be living together? I got my own house. That don't even make sense. That's like counterproductive. And so he was just like, but he was aggressive. They had to haul him out because when they were actually sitting down talking, the other guy and Larae, when he had said something to the effect of, because the Larae was like, I don't want to be with you. I'm not gonna be with you. I've been with this man for 7 years. You can go. And so the other guy got upset and I just saw them pulling him over. That's this scene right here. And so I was like, did he charge him? Because Larae was being very dismissive of his feelings, but I was just like, yeah, this is the scene right here. And I was just like, Chad, you just gonna tell that man you can go? Like, you ain't leaving him? I mean, like, you leaving? It's like he just did whatever he did to get his rocks off. And he was just like, no, I'm not leaving him. We not moving together. That's not my cousin. That's my dude. We finna be together. So you can leave. Leave my place of business. And so then you have the confrontation between Larae and you have it between Marlo. And so Marlo is so little compared to all these people, child. But anyway, so Larae is pleading, he's crying, he's begging, he's just like, look me in my eyes, I want to be with you, I don't want to let this go, and all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. He was like, no, I can't trust you, I have to process this. And in my head, when he starts saying, look in my eyes, stuff, I said, oh, he gonna go back. I said, because you can just tell when they go back. So they ended up, he walks off, and then the Larae guy, I guess this means goodbye. That's so dramatic. This seems like goodbye. Yeah, I guess it ain't goodbye, because at the end of the day, when Tammy does her 3-month update, he ends up talking to Marlo, and they like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, we working it out, we filling it out, we still going on or whatever. And then she asks, have they been intimate? He said yeah, and it was great. So I guess he's full gay now. I don't know, but yeah, so they happy, they gonna work it out. And so this was the episode of Caught in the Act, Cheaters. And I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna upload this video, and then I'm gonna upload the next one too, with Chad and Man and all these women. But anyway, this is Sheila Billy. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and you have a great day. Bye.